Okay, welcome to Diary of a Dragon Priestess. So this podcast was meant to be obviously recorded in my studio, but not today, because today the sun is out and this afternoon is the first time in I don't know how many weeks that we have had some sunshine, blue skies as you can see behind me, and the possibility of going for a freaking walk. And so, me being me, I jumped at the chance, and I've just finished my walk and I'm sitting in a park near my house now. And I thought, you know what, I might as well just record my podcast in nature. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear the background, but there's a massive river gushing here, which is going down to town. We've had a huge storm on Monday night with immense flooding in Devon here where I live, and it was so bad yesterday that the schools closed and couldn't get my kid to college even. So it was a real rip-roarer of a downpour, and the rain's coming back tomorrow, so this isn't going to let up on us for quite some time. So the energy is quite interesting as well, just all of that, it feels like a reckoning, this immense downpour of all of this water, and just creating chaos and stuff, right? So, and it made me think of this year and what's happening in the world and the chaos everywhere. And we've now moved into this Neptune into Aries as well this week on the 26th for the next 14 years. And it's one of those placements that's always big things happen then, right? What was it? I think they said the American Civil War back in the 1800s or 100 and something years ago. And it's just oh my goodness, it's almost like you can feel it in the air. You can feel that energy in the air. And I was thinking about, I've been listening to quite a few people talk about it. And one of the things that resonated the most with me about the energy of this transit is that this is like a real 3D expression, right? This is a real what am I gonna do now? What actions am I gonna take? How am I gonna live? How am I gonna walk this walk and talk the talk? And it's just we've done so much work over the last 10 years. We've done so much inner exploration, and we've done healing and going through all these processes and everything. And now it's the universe is literally calling us and saying how are you going to live this? Everything that you've done, all the shadow work, all that deep healing, the finding your voice and becoming your authentic self and all of that, now is the time to start to bring that into action. Now is the actual time to bring it into 3D life, into real form, and bring it down. It's just literally pull it down and become that, right? Live that. And so for me, it's just it's so exciting because my work this year, so at the moment I'm really digging into what is it that I want to teach, and what is it that I want to share with you guys, and what is it that I want to bring forth. And it is really about how do I live this shit, right? How do I listen to my body and my inner wisdom and become that, and not just be someone who's constantly taking from everyone else and taking that as gospel, taking that as this is how I should be living, this is what I should be doing. This is that energy of what are you gonna do, and what are you choosing for yourself, and that energy of self-responsibility that I keep going on about. It's just it's that, right? It's just how do I live all of this stuff that I've done up to now? And so for me, it's just it's really exciting because it feels this is our time, right? And then I was feeling into it as well, because earlier this week I was in that feeling of devotion, and I was thinking about because I've been thinking a lot about what is the stuff that I like to do, and what is the stuff that makes me happy. And last week I spoke about the joy audit, and so I've been spending a lot of time in that space. And as a result of that, I've been okay, so the stuff that I'm really good at, like there's a sense of devotion to that within me, right? Like the things that I love to do. So like my channeling work, and like just like bringing information through and exploring the unknown and all of that. And part of my living experience, like really like the way that I operate, is that I'm devoted to this craft of mine, right? Like I'm devoted to like practicing all the time. I'm like constantly like making sure that I go in, and that I speak to my dragons, and that I take time to connect with nature and be with Mother Gaia and stuff. And the thing is, I can only live from a place of experience. And so for me, this whole Neptune Aries business is like are you living from experience? Are you are you devoting yourself to the stuff that really lights you up and makes you happy? Because I can't call myself a channel if I'm not in there all the freaking time, busy like exploring and checking out the other realms and doing my shit there. And the way that we get better at stuff is we keep doing it, right? Like, I mean, my most boring saying to any of my clients whenever I'm like running a course is, the shit is like riding a bike. The more you do it, the better you get at it, right? Like if you want to work on your intuition this year, you've got to practice. This stuff there isn't like a little switch that you basically go flick and it's on, right? Like it is a devotion. It is I want to embody this. I want to live this. So every single day, guess what? I'm showing up for the shit that I care about. And this is what I think, these days we're missing that because we just want instant gratification. Surely there must be some kind of activation you can do, Yolandi, so that I can trust myself more. I'm like, yeah, there's stuff I can do for you, but, you have to do the work. And that's where this year is going to be so important, because, like, what are you doing? What are you choosing? This is what's being asked of us. Like, what are you devoting yourself to? What matters so much to you that you could spend every freaking day doing it, right? Like, this work matters so much to me that I spend all my time doing it. If I look at, like, my friends and stuff, like, Karen loves writing. She writes every freaking day, It's just like it's just like that's devotion. It's just like every single person that that is an expert or really good at something, they like literally devote themselves to the pursuit of that. And so this year's asking devotion. This year's asking for you to, take that moment and decide, what is it that I want to devote myself to? If you want to devote yourself to becoming like, more expansive, what are you going to do? If you want to devote yourself to more freedom, what are you going to do? It's just like, how do you choose to do this? And that for me feels really juicy. And I'm so happy now that sun just hit my face as I was talking, and I'm like, yay! So those are my thoughts for this week, and I'm just like, have a sit, have a feel, like, what does it feel like? If I think about like my love for working with the dragons and working with the earth energies, like, shit, man, I spend so much time doing that, like I can't even imagine my life without it. So surely every single one of us have got like some little thread of magic somewhere that we can pull and devote ourselves to, and that feels really important. So if you haven't found that yet, if you haven't yet found that thread, then it's time to start pulling, and it's time to start unraveling like what is in you, so that you can find it. Because through that devotion and that like real sense of belonging, and it's almost like it's like the way I can describe it in my body, it's like it's just like a compass. It's like a rudder. It's a knowing. It's a feeling. Like, this is my thing. And when people ask me what is my purpose, I'll feel into that. Like, what feels freaking awesome? And it could be that it's, it's singing and it's drawing, or it's like, talking to people or helping other people, whatever it is, right? I mean, this morning, I just thought it was so beautiful. Our handyman came by to speak to my husband as I was heading out the door. And he's a retired guy, and he's just got the most amazing energy. And I said to my husband when I got home, and I'm like, oh my God, did you feel John? And he's like, yeah, he feels so good, doesn't he? And I was just like, yeah, this guy is devoted to, joy and happiness and helping people. And he's like so enthusiastic, and that frequency that he resonates. And I'm just like, dude, you fucking rock. Like, you made my day when I walked into the frequency of you today. It was just like, it shifted something in me, and it made me feel so good, right? And I'm like, so that frequency, to cultivate that this year, devote yourself to the frequency. For me, it's the frequency of, exploring and the unknown, and like going in and like having fun and magic, and really, like, that's what I want to do this year. So find it. Like, what is your frequency? What is your craft? What is your call? And you can actually start to play with that this year, because that's the shit that matters, right? Like, that frequency, how you hop around in the world, or skip around in the world, or strut around in the world. Like, when people feel it, shit, man, it changes everything. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to sit and soak up the sun now, and I am just, I'm wishing you a glorious week. Feel into that. I've got some magic brewing in the background. I'm busy stirring my little cauldron, and busy creating some brand new things that I'm going to share with you in due course, but slowly, like my after fire horse time starts. So for now, I'm letting myself enjoy this time at the end of the snake and into the fire horse as well. Cool. Sending many blessings, and we'll speak soon.